to a hosting provider. So you have to kind of incrementally, you can even ask ChatGPT to give you all the steps that you need to do to stick that database somewhere for it to work. But it does require kind of incrementally working through the process. You won't be able to get like one list and it just like cut and paste and now your app is built. There's tools that are coming that will do that. But if you're using ChatGPT, it's really helpful because there's times where I'll say, here's a set of code that's not working, debug it. It'll rewrite the code for me, and then I can deploy it back into our code base. And it's like, oh, it's debugged now. I will show more, but I don't know why I'm having internet issues here, or I can't reload. But I would definitely recommend, obviously, if I can pull back up my presentation here. I think there's, you can definitely email me as well. I'll send you a bunch of more links, as well as I have a really short 15-minute tutorial like how to get better prompts with ChatGPT. So it's just a video. I can send you a link to that. As well as we're pretty close to finishing just a kind of larger course on just like how to learn how these tools work, as well as over time I'm going to be building more out these AI hustles. And so how to use these different tools for affiliate marketing, social media, automation. I have one automation I have set up now that posts about 3 times a day for me on LinkedIn. And I have it rolling through different trending topics through Google Trends. It takes those trends, it then randomizes those topics. I have a writing style that I put in there that I want it to write. And then it generates 3 posts a day, and people think I'm posting every day on LinkedIn. But I get and part of it is it creates content and volume, but part of it's just in the world we live in is about visibility. And so now I got on a call with a potential investor this morning. They're like, "Oh, you're an AI expert now." I was like, "Yes, I am." He's like, "I see all your posts on LinkedIn." I was like, "Yes, thanks. I spent a lot of time creating those."
One question: don't you worry about people being able to decode that this was created by AI?
Because one, you can, if you take enough, if someone's looking enough at my like content, they'll see the patterns. They're like, wow, he's either very particular about how he writes content, or this is getting generated. Most people aren't paying that. I mean, I wish I was that big of a celebrity on LinkedIn for people to pay attention that all my content kind of looks alike. But for me, it's more about visibility. And so for me, it's okay that parts of what I create is automated, but I still put real content from me up there. And so now it's just an augmentation of what I do. And so now I don't have enough time in my day to write about Elon Musk creating an AI company. I don't have time to talk about Amazon Bedrock creating a new AI product and how it's applicable to your business. But I can have the AI generate content, and then I can go back and create my own video about how I use the tool myself and deploy something using it. So it just becomes a way we live in a world where it's about volume. And so I'm able to now create volume, and particularly my niche, and now be able to also put my own organic spin to things. But now I have more visibility, and now when I talk to people like, "You're the AI expert," I was like, "Yes, I am, thank you. If you only knew, I have an AI creating all of it." I think that's my time. All right.
Okay, does anybody have any more question? Because I'm saying we still have like 7 more minutes. You should show us more. Does anybody have questions? So one question for me. So is there a way to also automate payment or create, for example, these videos, maybe I create a shirt. Is there something, these platforms that could create maybe a page for me, a sales page for me and all of that, and then people can click and then it could, all of that?
Yeah, so there's one platform called Mixio, allows you to, within one text prompt, it'll generate a landing page for you. And within that landing page, you can, I believe if you don't pay for their service, it just has like their generic URL, but if you pay $10, you can stick a domain on it. So within 5 minutes, if you have an idea, you can put in, I want to sell t-shirts that have these themes. It will create a landing page for you where you can collect email addresses. You pay the $10, buy your domain. You have now launched your page in maybe 30 minutes. Then from there, I would go in ChatGTP. I would say, here's my business. Create a funnel and all the emails I need for that funnel. So the onboarding emails, give me the template I need to give them for the form they need to fill in when they sign up for my new business. Give me the email that they should reply to. So I've done that. I think it was a couple of days ago. I kind of sat on my couch. I was like, oh, I have a new business idea for a service. And with the help of ChatGTP, I came up with the onboarding flow, what customers to target, what their demographic is, what would be the keywords for Facebook to target them, give me the content for the landing page, and I just kind of sat on my couch while watching TV and did the whole thing. And so that's the power of once you understand how to use the tool and ask it to generate things in ways that are effective to you, I was able to then cut and paste to my system, be like, all right, here's the onboarding flow for the service we're about to send. Here's the email I need you to send to our prospecting list. And if they reply to say yes and they want to invoice, here's the text for the invoice and the thank you email. Like all it was already cut and paste from the prompts I created from the responses. And so you could easily, once you start getting the hang of this stuff, be really powerful and be able to move really quickly.
Wow, thank you. So before you go, I don't know if there's any more questions still. Okay, there's one more question.
So I had a random question. So as a photographer, how can I use AI to my advantage? Like I want to start getting into.
Thank you. I do getting into government contracting, and I also did just register my business officially with Maryland. So how can I use AI to take it to the next level?
So I think, there's two parts. The first part is finding clients.
Okay.
So I'll share the blueprint here. So what I work with my assistant to do, she takes my resume. I've given her 3 prompts. She'll go into LinkedIn. She'll go and find jobs that are relative match for my skill set. I'm not really looking to get a job. I'm just using it to get an intro. So she'll take my resume. I wrote a prompt that takes the resume and responds to the job and creates a really strong cover letter that says, take my resume, take the job posting, create a cover letter that addresses all their fears and concerns about this new role and then how my skills match to their needs. It creates a cover letter. She's able to now create 40, 50 cover letters a day without me having to support her to write it. So she just cuts and pastes my resume. She writes them all. Then when she's LinkedIn, she logs into my LinkedIn. She sends all of them and replies to all the applications. Then she takes another prompt to then write a 250-word direct message to the hiring manager, taking the same prompt in the same memory history that says, based on that job posting, write a prompt targeted to that hiring manager that says why I'm qualified for this job. I don't really want the job. I just want the intro to talk to people there at the company. Right. And so I use that as a hack to talk to as many companies as possible. It's been, we started that about a week ago. I've already had 8 companies I've talked to. Oh, wow. By using that little hack. Jeez. It's I don't want to get hired, but I start talking to the CEO. He's like, oh, you can do that for us? I'm like, cool. He's like, I always thought you were here for the marketing job. I was like, no, I'm not here for the marketing job. I'm here to talk to you. Right. And so that's kind of been my hack of kind of using these tools to kind of do what I need to do faster. Because before, that would have been hours of work to create a custom cover letter that's attractive enough to get someone's attention. And even with that, I was able to, once I had the first call with them, they're like, can you send some samples? I was like, cool. Let me ChatGTP some samples for you. And so when we got on the second call, they're like, we talked to a few other people. They just sent us old samples. You sent customized content related to our business. That's where we're going to have, I'm going to introduce you to the CTO and blah, 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 blah. Right. Oh, wow. It just gives you a leg up in terms of competition to be able to move faster and quicker. So that's how I would kind of go on LinkedIn, figure out a methodology to be able to reach out to groups more quickly. Okay. Or companies using, I would look for, the little hack that I do, I'll look for part-time, seasonal. There's a couple of different filters that are not full-time roles inside of LinkedIn. Right. Put in the job title, look for those. Look for the ones that are easy apply. So then all you have to do is click the button. You don't actually have to cut and paste or go to their website. You just keep clicking the button. and then cut and paste the job description in ChatGPT, spit it out, and now you're doing 20 or 30 a day versus doing like 2 or 3 a day.
That's true.
And so it just allows you to move more quickly. And then there are some tools that help you with editing.
Okay.
So I have one of our team members, he's a photographer, and you know, like within a photo shoot, you may take like 500 photos, 600 photos.
Easily.
And so finding the right photo that's the most attractive,
Right.
as well as then editing. So there's AI tools now, even Adobe's released their tool, where you can like use their brush tool to say, I want to get rid of the tree in the background, or maybe there's random people walking in the background when I took the best photo of the whole day. You can just kind of paintbrush over the 2 people, and it'll now use AI to pull them out.
Right.
So now it makes your editing process even faster. So now what may have took a week to get back to someone with edits, you can probably do in hours, maybe minutes,
Right.
using the right kind of AI editing tool.
Definitely. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Any more questions? All right, can we put our hands together for Marcus? Thank you so much, Marcus. Then one more thing, Marcus, how can we get in touch with you? I know you wanted to share a link and a list of the
Yes.
AI tools and all of that.
Probably the easiest way, if you just want to, I'll hit my LinkedIn. So if you want to come by, I'll pull up my little LinkedIn QR code. You can grab me that way. That'll probably be the easiest way, without having to reconnect everything again. So yeah, just come by, a little LinkedIn QR code, or you can barcode scan me off my phone.
Okay, can we give it up to him again?
All right.
Fine. All right, thank you.